Launching your very own subscription box isn't just like any launch. This is what makes subscription boxes unique, and how we're going to launch is going to be a game changer. How we launch to our very first members is super important. In this video, I'm going to break down the 6-step method not only I, but countless of other subscription boxes have done to get long-term members who subscribe for minimum 6 or 12 months guaranteed. Before we get into step 1 of this 6-step method, I just want you to know that a founding members launch is a fancy way of saying a pre-order. What's great about this is you don't have to have a box ready to send out straight away. It will give you a base numbers to start with so you know exactly how much stock to buy, and it will give you your starting capital to work with. Now you understand why it's imperative to run this type of launch. Let's break down this 6-step method. I'll be sharing my screen, showcasing examples. Don't want to miss any part of this video. If you want to guarantee a good success rate with this, having a plan is going to support you. Let's create the timeline overview and set your milestones. The length of launch is 3 months if you're starting from completely zero audience. If you already have an existing audience, then you can start 6 weeks prior. Now we work backwards from our founding members cutoff date. What's a cutoff date? Well, it's the final date that a member will be able to put in their pre-order. Actually set those milestones and get a calendar running. So for example, you can use any software you want as long as you can build upon it when we talk about our email and our content posting schedule. We've got the cutoff date, when you're actually going to launch, your founding members launch, and when you should start your social media. We want to start our social media 2 months before the founding members launch. The founding members launch is going to be 3 weeks before your actual launch date, and then the launch date is 30 days before your cutoff date. I know, it's very confusing, but you'll eventually wrap your head around it. Everybody ends up doing so. Now remember, a founding members launch is a pre-order. So this is what it looks like in the calendar view. Cutoff date for the first box is the 14th of July here. And as you can see, all this orange is the normal sales cycle of your first launch. This green beforehand is the founding members launch, aka the pre-order. And then all the lighter green before here, right up until the 25th of March, is just trying to build an audience and collecting emails. Whatever way you want to put this, just as long as you have somewhere that you know when certain milestones are upcoming, dates, and so forth. That way we can go in and put when our emails are going to be sent out and our content posting schedule. Step 2 is choose a social media of choice to build your audience on, and then we also want to create an email capture landing page. Which social media channel should you choose? My advice is go ahead and download some social media reports and stats and see where your audience is most likely going to be. For example, the younger generation is probably on something like TikTok or Instagram. People like me, 24 plus, nearing 30, you're probably looking at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Is it more of a B2B type of box? Then LinkedIn might be your best bet. I've even seen snack boxes made just for corporates. My advice is to always just start with one. Then of course, you will need a page in order to collect the emails. So for example, here is a simple landing page that I did when I first started, a monthly box providing you the tools and resources to grow your business. Join the waitlist to get first dibs on our founding members special offer and get notified when we launch. If you know what your founding members offer is going to be, chuck it in the landing page. I'll get to what a founding member's offer is later. They can enter their email, they enter their phone number, click a button and get exclusive access. I also just have what is going to be in the box. 3 simple images here with very little text. You don't need a lot. We just want to get their email and their phone number as quick as possible so they're on our email list, and then we can start emailing them. Now, I personally used to use MailChimp. I'm now on Klaviyo. Choose whatever email platform is going to work best for you. Our setup is ready to go, but it's crickets. Let's change this. Social media building. For the first 2 months, whilst you're working on the operational side of your box, in tandem, you're going to start creating content for your social media of choice. We want to stick to a more broad topic within your niche. For example, if you're doing a dog box, stick to cute dog vids, memes, highly shareable content, just to start building a following. You just want to funnel that into your waitlist though. So make sure you have a link somewhere in your bio to go to the waitlist and join. Business box like mine, inspirational quotes, broad business advice, book recommendations, home decor box, showcase how to style a room, thrifting furniture, pantry organization. You get my drift. This content has to add value in some way. Paying for collaborations with big accounts in your niche would be great too, if you have the money for it. And speaking of the money, you can also run ads to get leads straight to your landing page. Do an ad where you're explaining your business idea and to join your waitlist to get notified when you launch. This is probably going to be the easiest way to collect emails, but that depends on everybody's budget. Just be aware these ads are purely for brand awareness at this point, so there's no exact monetary gain that you can measure straight away other than cost per lead. But when you launch, then you'll be able to run a sales conversion campaign. You might notice that I keep harping on about building your email list. That's because you're more likely to convert somebody from your email than a social media follower. You want to ideally have a minimum of 300 people on your email list. So in terms of launching your box, the goal in this part is to get as many email subscribers as possible, as well as phone numbers. Here are some other ways you can get people on your list. You can promote these lead magnets organically or use paid advertising, as long as you're getting leads from them. If you're wondering what lead magnets you could do, go to Answer the Public and search keywords relating to your niche, then create lead magnets in solution to the question searched. Then you'll know there's interest there. Also, if you're bad at doing these types of things, just go on Upwork or Fiverr and just get someone to do it for you. Every niche is different in terms of what lead magnet is going to work best, but here is the ones that worked really well for me when I was launching. The one that really worked well for me was running giveaways where in order to enter, they need to give their email, creating a simple ebook to download. So what you want to do is you want to go back to that schedule plan you had and you just want to plop in when you're going to send out the emails and what's going to be in that email. So just for example, when you're starting out, the first month, you probably want to email once a week, once every 2 weeks, just updating the audience on what's going on. Maybe you can do a quiz and ask them for their feedback on certain products that you've found. Get them interested in your box and participating with you on actually building the box out. As you get closer to that founding member's launch date, this is when you start to email consecutive days just to remind them, only 3 days to go, only 2 days to go. Tomorrow is the time we go live for our founding members launch. Remember, this is the offer. This is for you to become the very first founding members. This is super important. And so you just want to schedule out these emails just so you're prepared. And when you actually go to create the emails, you know when you're going to schedule them for. What can the emails look like? I just build them on Canva and they can look something like this. So this is an example. Get your first box half price on a multi-month plan. What do they get? Upskill with the best business book, stay organized, how it works, build up some mock-up boxes so that they can get an idea of what they're going to get. And this is just built in Canva. So emails are really, really important. When you do your founding members launch, you'll want to have an offer to give your first ever member. This has to be better than the offer that you're going to run ongoing as an introductory offer as you start to scale your box. This particular offer for your founding members needs to be super special. For me, I did a discount on the first box plus a free gift to send straight away and early access to our digital online learning hub. I did this because these people weren't going to get their box till 2.5 months later because it was a pre-order. But also I got social proof about the membership that I used when I actually launched. Whatever your founding members offer is going to be, just make it really enticing to join and pre-order. Now, what should your website look like once you launch? Ideally, there's going to be a few things you want on your home page. And so that is a really enticing header that has a really great opening marketing statement to basically say, what is your box and how does it help your customer? You want to have the offer front and center. And ideally, you want to have a picture that showcases the box open with the products inside. Then you want to have what is going to be in the box. This is gardenstreet.com.au. They're a gin subscription. They've got a nice little layout as what is in the Garden Street gin box. You got a craft bottle. You get some perfectly paired tonics, delicious treats. You've got stories and recipes. You've got some garnishes. So just make sure you outlay what is going to be in the box. The next thing they do is how it works. How it works is very, very important. I'll go back to mine. Again, what's included in the box each month, how it works. The subscription box business has a very particular way of operating, and so you just want to be sure you showcase that or tell that to a potential subscriber. If you can have some mock-up boxes that you've made with samples you've created, that would really go a long way as well. So here's just some boxes already made up here. All right, you've done all the steps from here, but now your launch is in about 1 or 2 weeks. Let's make sure you have everything ready to go. How many people are on your email list? Is it minimum 300? If it's not, you might want to think of delaying your launch. Is your website ready to go? And have you tested your checkout process? Make a coupon code for $0 and make sure you can actually subscribe to your product. And just have your website live 15 minutes before the actual launch email goes out. Are all your launch emails and texts scheduled? And are all the links working in your emails? Make sure to test all that. Are your launch posts and or Facebook ads ready to go live when you launch? Scheduling these in advance is going to stress you less when you actually launch live, because you want to be focusing on posting about new members and stuff like that. And then, are you ready to go? Are you ready to launch your box? You should be, because you've done all the things beforehand and you're ready to go. Once your checkout is open, every time you get a new member, share it, make it a big deal. You can also use a pop social proof on your website saying, Michelle has become a founding member. Do the whole sticky note up on the door dance with your members' names. Think of ways to showcase that people are joining your membership. Put it in the emails that you've got going the next few days. Congratulations, you have launched. But wait, now you actually have to work out how to grow, which is one of the hardest parts that people struggle to do, mainly because they keep making these 7 mistakes. I see this time and time again that really hinders a subscription box growing. So go watch that video where I tell you what those 7 mistakes are and how you can avoid them. Go check it out.